Hello everyone and welcome back to another Yahaha short tutorial video. Today we are checking out how to spawn stuff, how to spawn in general assets and whatever. So I have a very simple setup. I have my main room, which is 5x5 blocks with a spawn point, a table, and an NPC, a monster. And I have this smaller region over here, 3x3, which contains a copy of the aforementioned mob, a bracelet, which is an item I have set up, and a simple asset as it comes from the store or from yourself. I will spawn each of these and in a node graph and try to explain how this works, what are the difficulties we're currently facing, and what is possible and what is currently not possible, but it's worked on. So let's start simply. Each of the items you want to spawn needs a community component. You find those in asset library components. It's called behavior spawnable object marker. This one. I already have it. And you can find these if you use the small triangle with the components at community component, and then you check for spawn behavior spawnable object marker, and this will give you a very small component which has the name and the name of the component, and which also has a name tag which we need because you need to name each object you want to spawn with a unique name. So for example, the knight has the unique spawnable name knight, and the chair doesn't have any yet, so we are going to add the component spawnable object marker and name it chair. Okay, this is everything we need to set up for these components. By the way, just to show you, the knight over here has NPC tag knight, is on patrol mode, has active attack, no resurrection. The knight over here has the same. He's called knight. He has the patrol behavior. He has the active attack set up with a very large area that he is going to see and attack in. Yeah, and I will show you why this is currently a thing that is in the works. Okay, plan number one. If a player comes close to the table, we want to spawn the bracelet. If the knight is killed, we wanted to spawn the knight on its current position. And the chair is supposed to spawn basically on its own, or it spawns shortly after the player spawns close to the table. So I have 3 node graphs. I have a node graph on the table. I have a node graph on this piece of the floor, and I have a node graph on my first knight. And I'm going to show you each of these. So the chair starts with a player joint event. I need an event that fires, so any player joins the space. I have a delay of 5 seconds. I am grabbing the global position of the floor tile. This is on, so basically I'm grabbing the global position of this floor tile here and adding a value of x, so it's a bit above. In this case, x is for some reason the green arrow, but it spawns a bit above it. And we have the spawn component. Here's something extra. If you type in spawn in the node, you get 3 different spawns, and they each are very similar. with a minor difference. Okay, each of them have the arrow in and arrow out. Each of them has a result, which is the resulting item that is spawned. Each of them has a name tag, which is the name of the object that we named. So, for example, if I take the chair and I call this chair 1, this is not the same name, so nothing will happen, because Nodegraph is checking for something with the label chair. I don't have anything with label chair, so this isn't working. I need this to be named chair as well. The name in the Explorer doesn't matter. The name in the spawnable component matters here. Okay, so this basically is set up to spawn the chair on top of the So spawn number 1 has a global position. It basically says, where do you want this object to spawn in the global world? Spawn number 2 has a global position and a global rotation. So it also can, if you want or need this, turn your object in any matter of degrees you want it to. Spawn number 3 additionally has a global scale. So you can scale your object, make it bigger, make it smaller. This is the main difference between the 3 spawns. In our case, I only use the first one. If you ever have the need to actually put an object in and have it tilted, use global rotation. If you ever need it to be scaled as well, then use the third one. Okay, so we have this set up with the spawn of the chair. The knight will spawn if the entity that has this node graph on it dies. So basically, as soon as I kill the first knight, the HP event, it spawns a new knight, the second knight on top of it, basically on the same position. And the bracelet is set up to spawn a little bit over the table as soon as I enter the trigger box of the table, so on trigger enter. Okay. One thing I want to show you is the chair has a rotation setting. It rotates around its axis infinite times. We can see this from the start. So let's check this out. So far so good. And there's the chair, and it doesn't move. The spawned in chair doesn't move. The bracelet spawned as well, and you can see that the original chair is moving. The second chair is not. We can fix that, and I will show you how. Okay, third, we have the knight. I'm going to pull the knight a bit into the room. Hey, come here, come here, come here. Okay. See how the knight was killed in one hit? The second knight isn't. One of the issues that I encountered with spawning currently is that all the values, like attack, like active attack, etc. pp, are not carried over. So this one has this one has 10 life. This one also has 10 life. The avatar deals 15 damage, but as you have seen, the second knight is neither fighting me nor moving, nor does it have 10 life. So this is an issue. But the team is already aware of that, so yeah. Right, the chair. Original chair is moving, the chair that we get is not. Let's fix that. So, I have set up the following. In the function you find the spinner component somewhere. There it is. And this is basically the rotation component. I've set this up to have the rotation axis of Y, a rotation speed of 5, and then it starts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell this that after it spawns it, a not yet identified object will have this rotation set up. And since the result is the spawned object, I can plug this into the Yahaha entity of these rotations, save and compile this. And if we test this again, the chair is actually rotating. Okay. Again, yeah, I can stay here, and for one, it won't follow me, and for the second, it won't attack me, and for the third, yeah. This is something, also, by the way, I will get the bracelet each time that I enter this area. If you do not want this, we can also work around this. But this is something I will probably show on the live stream on Monday, where I do a tutorial for the whole node graphing as far as I got it down myself. So if you're interested, you can join me then on my YouTube account. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope this was helpful for everyone who's watching it, and as always, see you